Let's make a painting. Let's go with the water. Flip the page. Put water on the back. Let it straight up. Flip it over. Center. Boom. Is that center? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're gonna go crazy on this one. And when I say crazy, just me. We're just gonna put some colors. Maybe some green. Over here, some bluey over here. Did I mess it up with the... Oh boy. Did I mess it up the side? Yes, I did. Alright, so here is the thing. Look at this. So you can kind of see the pattern here that is showing up, especially here. I hate that. We're gonna flip it over. We're not gonna delete the video. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drag that, put it on the side, put it in the back, and give it a little bit of tap on the back because we got the wrong side. And now we're gonna flip the page over. Now once we have this, of course I'm already messed up, but and this is a great example for I mean, it's a mistake, man. Everybody makes mistakes. I see a lot of people in this case, they will just throw away the whole paper, and there's no need it. If this is your life, this is your only paper you have, man, and you gotta make it work. And if you don't make it work, I mean, you're done. So every time I make a painting, that's what's provoked to start the whole series. I'm pretty sure people who follow up with the series, they already know what I'm gonna say. But still, I connect the whole series with life itself. It's very interesting how the whole thing works. And you make a decision here, and of course it's a piece of paper. And I mean, nobody care in the first place because it's a piece of paper. You can just change it. But this is the thing. What about if you can't change it? Then what's happened? Well, you kind of messed up. So you gotta paint like this is your only paper. And if you messed up, you messed up, and this is what you get. So I think it's fair to say we can treat that paper as our lives. Look at this. From the darkness and monotonous, we will shine and go from the ground. Foreground. Push the paint around so we can have a nice texture. So I'm pushing up and down so you can have a nice texture over here. Now these things are very interesting things. We're gonna do this. We're gonna start connecting them. Boom. And shape them a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna just make beautiful, beautiful mountains here. They're going all the way high. Because we were slow, right? We were low, we messed up, and now we're rising from nowhere just to shine with this bright, bright colors. Look at this thing. So what we're gonna do here is keep pushing around a little bit so we can create the first layer, the second layer, and the background, of course. Now, that means I gotta do something about the sky. And I like the sky. It's interesting. I don't think it's there yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this lines they already have. All right, so this is our marks from the previous mistakes. All right, you know what, let's make the whole story. So we have our marks from the previous mistakes, and this is our past and it's changing us. So of course we can feel sorry for ourselves and leave the marks and try to cover them. But instead of cover them, I got a better idea. Why not transform them to something else? Okay, so why not make them something totally different? And our marks are still there. We still see them. But in this case, we're gonna make them as something shine in the sky. Of course, we're gonna give them a little bit of extension. And I'm not only take the mark of my previous mistakes, I'm just gonna take the whole thing and expand with it. I'm gonna transform it, expand, make even worse mistakes, and just put everything together. Of course, take this and this and this and blend it. Now, once we have that, we want to keep this kind of angle here going on like this and like this. So we're going to remove some of the paint that we just put. Now we hurry up to remove the paint because we don't want to be extremely bright. By removing it immediately, the paint is going to start blending again. So, and we're going to make a cloud here and here and here. Okay, now for the mountains, I'm going to take a lot of black paint, almost dry. We're going to make the foreground dry on dry, so we can have a nice flickering effect. Now is the time to pick it up the angles, the corners of these mountains. There you go. Look at this mountain. Extend. More black. Here, another one. Here is the other one. Okay, good. Thin brush with a little bit of water. Now, I want this brush to be soaking in black paint, and we're gonna emphasize. There we go. See the edge? It's showing up. All right, let's do this one here. There, and the other one, and the other edge. Here we're gonna use high contrast. Now, all this is great. The only thing left is me. Where I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna live in that little house over here. This is my experience, my mistakes, my future, blah blah blah. You know, make a whole story out of it. There you go. And of course, I'm not gonna give myself a small house, man. I'm gonna give it a nice mansion. Because after all this trouble that I just did here, I think I deserve a mansion. There you go. Of course, don't forget where the light comes from. We're gonna take our house, make here. There we go. A couple of details. Yeah, I think it's a nice house. You don't need that much. Of course, I will put a fence for myself because I want to protect my land. By the way, there we go. And when I say a fence, I mean, you see what I'm doing. It's just a bunch of lines, man. Again, I think I said that before. You don't need to show everything to everybody. Most of the people will get it. They got the idea. They got the idea. People recognizing houses, they know how the fence look like. You don't need to create everything exactly how it is. People get it. I want to make this darker because our light is coming from here. So obviously we need to do this. You know, I can tell you stories all over the place, but here's the thing. You gotta, there is some technical requirements you gotta follow. So our house is here. That's fine. We're gonna put some small details, maybe a window. There you go. I thought that it's gonna be a big mansion, but that's all right. I guess I didn't have time to build a bigger one, so that's good. There we go. Now we need to have a clean brush. Again, we need to follow up with the technical requirements, which one is remove some of the paint from here, here, and here, 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 and here. There we go. Throwing shadow, we gotta have that. There we go. Do I need electricity? Yeah, sure. I need electricity. Let's make it right here. And let's give electricity to ourselves. Somewhere here. There we go. A bunch of birds sitting on my electrical poles. Let's give it ourselves a nice thunder protection from the lightning. A couple of birds in the sky. Isn't that funny? I see a couple of birds and I'm just making dots. Most of the time when people say I'm gonna make a couple of birds, it's like and they draw a like very nice bird. I'm just making a 5 dots over there, and that's more than enough. I like this. The one thing I'm missing, I would just put a buddy of mine right here. And I'm not even gonna do the whole thing. I'm just gonna put a roof. And there you go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.